All right, let's talk about something we've all felt. You're standing across from someone and they just seem to have every single advantage. They're bigger, stronger, longer. It's a tough spot to be in, right? But today, we're gonna tear apart that problem and show you the playbook that turns that disadvantage into your secret weapon.
So picture this. You're in the ring. The other guy's got the reach, he's got the power, he's got the weight. It's a classic David versus Goliath setup. So, what now? You gonna just trade punches and hope you get lucky? No way. That's a losing strategy.
Because here's the secret. The real answer isn't in your biceps, it's in your brain. I've seen it 100 times. The faster, stronger fighter gets completely dismantled by someone who is just smarter. The truth is, the fight is won or lost up here, in your head, way before the first punch is ever thrown. And that brings us right into our first section, fighting with your brain. See, a lot of people think boxing is just a brawl. It's not. They call it the sweet science for a reason. It's basically a high-speed chess match. And the person with the better strategy, with the higher boxing IQ, almost always comes out on top.
So, how do you get that high boxing IQ? It's not magic. It really boils down to 3 things. Number 1, you gotta study the greats. Watch the champions, but don't just watch. Analyze what they're doing. 2, you have to experiment in sparring. That's your lab. And 3, and this is the big one, you have to analyze your failures.
You have to become obsessed with asking why. Why did I get hit with that shot? Why did my counter miss? Was I off balance? Did I telegraph it? Every single mistake is a lesson. And constantly digging into those lessons, that's how you build a brilliant fighting mind. You're not just exercising, you're learning.
Okay, so a brilliant plan is great, but you need an engine that can actually execute it. That brings us to section 2, building functional power. Now, listen, the goal here is not to look like a bodybuilder. It's about building smart, explosive power that works for you in the ring. You don't need to outlift the big guy, you need to be able to outpunch him. So what does that look like in the gym? We're focusing on key exercises that build total body power. We're talking power cleans for that explosive pop, pull-ups for unbelievable control, squats for your foundation, and of course, medicine ball slams for that vicious rotational power. These aren't for show muscles, these are for fight-ending strength.
Let's take the power clean. This lift is incredible because it teaches your entire body, from your toes to your fingertips, to fire as one single unit. That's exactly what a powerful punch is. It's your whole body exploding in perfect sequence. And pull-ups? Man, these are so much more than a back exercise. That raw pulling strength is what's gonna let you manhandle a bigger guy in the clinch when he tries to lean on you and wear you out. You'll be able to create space and get back to work. And if you want to talk about pure knockout power, you have to talk about medicine ball slams. This movement is a perfect copy of the violent twist your body makes when you throw a hook or a cross. You're training your body to transfer all that force from the ground right into your fist.
Okay, so your mind is sharp, your body is ready and explosive. So now what? How do you actually use all this? Welcome to section 3, the underdog's playbook. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty tactics for taking on the giants. Look, you're usually gonna face 2 types of bigger opponents. First, you've got the taller boxer, the guy who wants to use his long arms to keep you on the outside. Then you've got the aggressive bully, who just wants to walk you down and smash you. You cannot fight these 2 guys the same way. You need 2 different game plans.
So against that tall guy, your entire plan is about one thing, getting inside. Your feet need to be way faster than his. You're gonna use double and triple jabs, not really to hurt him, but as a smokescreen to close that distance. You get low, you cut off the ring so he can't escape, and once you're in close, you make his life miserable in the clinch. I'm gonna say it again because it's that important. Your number 1 job is to close the gap. A tall fighter's whole world revolves around his reach. The second you take that away by getting inside, you've completely disarmed him. This fight is won with your feet, period.
So, once you've successfully closed the gap and you're in his kitchen, what's the target? The body. Always the body. Think of every body shot as an investment. You're draining his gas tank, you're slowing him down, and most importantly, you're forcing him to drop his hands. And the second those elbows come down, that's when you cash in and go for the head.
All right, now let's flip the script. What about that aggressive bully? The strategy here is totally different. Instead of closing space, you need to control it. You want to keep your punches long to stop him in his tracks. You'll use feints to create angles and make a miss. And yet, you're still going to attack the body to slow down that freight train.
But here is the absolute golden rule for fighting a bully. Hit hard and hit first. You have to earn their respect from the opening bell. You cannot let them just walk you down. When they charge in, you meet them with clean, hard counters. You make them think twice about coming forward. Don't give up a single inch of ground.
We've covered the mental game, the physical conditioning, and the specific strategies. Now we're at the last piece of the puzzle. Section 4, the ultimate equalizer. We're going to talk about the one strike that can end any fight no matter how big the other guy is. And then, the smartest tactic of all. Let me introduce you to the solar plexus. It's this little bundle of nerves right behind the stomach, just below your chest. When you hit this spot cleanly, it makes the diaphragm spasm. It literally, and I mean literally, steals the breath right out of someone's body. It doesn't matter how big or tough they are, everybody's got one, and it works the same on everyone. And that's why a single, straight power hand shot right to that spot is the ultimate game ender. It's not about being the strongest. It's about being the most precise. One well-placed shot right there can shut anyone down. It is a human off switch. But here's the thing, knowing you have a tool that powerful leads you to the highest level of fight IQ. Because a true master of combat understands this simple truth. The smartest fighters, they know which battles to avoid altogether. And that's why the real ultimate tactic isn't a punch at all. It's de-escalation. Putting your hands up, creating some space, and saying, hey, I don't want any trouble, is not weakness. It's the ultimate sign of confidence. It means you're so secure in your skills that you don't need to prove them. The real victory is walking away. So, I'm gonna leave you with one final question to think about. As you move forward in your training, in your life, ask yourself this. Are you just training your muscles, or are you training your mind? Because as we've laid out today, that's where the real power is. That's where the real fight is won.